Hello everyone from the Moolah News Network. This is your host Alan reporting from San Carlos, California. Today we're going to talk about the banking crisis. We've got a very special guest called Oliver. Oliver, good afternoon.
Hi.
How old are you?
10.
Good. And where do you go to school?
San Carlos Charter Learning Center.
Tell me about what a mortgage is. What is a mortgage?
It's a loan where people, except they don't all take it out in one chunk. Well, they take the money out in one chunk, but they don't pay it back in one chunk. They pay it back in a few small chunks over maybe 6 years or something.
I see. Usually mortgages are about 25 to 30 years. They're usually in their 20s, they've just come out of college, they buy a house and they've got 30 years to pay back the mortgage. So usually they finish paying the mortgage when they're about 50 and earning. Something very important. When you take out a mortgage, it's your house. You can decorate it, you can put up your stuff in it, you can put your bed in it, you can put a couch in it. But who actually owns the house?
The bank, because it's their money that they give to you.
Exactly, and at any time they can take the house back. So it's very, very good to continue paying the loan and to pay it back early. Now, what was the housing bubble? Do you know? Have you heard about the housing bubble?
No, actually not.
Okay, the housing bubble was a period during which everybody was buying a house. Why were they buying a house? Because the prices of houses were going up. Therefore, the banks wanted to give loans to many, many, many more people because the houses they have were more and more valuable. So it was very, very safe for them to give the money out to buy houses. So people were buying the houses because they knew the price of the house would go up. What happened during the recession?
Banks gave out too many loans, so prices kept going down and there was a big crash.
There was a big crash, and what happened in the crash? What happened to people's jobs?
They lost them.
They lost their jobs. Could they still earn money?
No.
Exactly. So what happened to the banks?
They all went down because they all started closing down because A, they didn't have any people, and B, because there were no people to put money in their banks.
Exactly. There were no people to put money in the banks, and the people who owned the houses couldn't pay back the loans because they didn't have jobs. Therefore, what did the banks do to the houses?
They took them.
They took them back, and what did they do when they took them?
They sold them.
Right, and there were all these houses that the banks were trying to sell, but nobody had a job, so nobody could buy them. So what happened to the price of the house?
They went down.
Exactly, and that's what we call the banking crisis. And that was a big, big cause of the recession. Oliver, thank you very, very much. You've been splendid and I really enjoyed it. And goodbye from the Moolah News Network.
Bye.